Right. We here again at the Midwest Classic, man. Kirk and the whole man, the CEO, man. We gonna get him on the air. But right now, we got a special guest. First of all, I know who you are. I got social media. Mm-hmm. I know what's going on.
Okay.
But it's probably some people. Maybe a small few people who don't know.
Okay.
So please introduce yourself. Let them know who you are, man, and we're going to dive in, man.
So my name is Oliver Service. I'm a baseball player at the University of Texas. I'm here from Detroit, Michigan, born and raised. It's kind of a cool experience to be able to go down there, get new vibe, new fresh air. But yeah, that's me. I go to University of Liggett High School in Grosse Pointe. It's a nice little private school. I play baseball there. I play baseball, football, and hockey. So a little three-sport action. But I'm only going to be playing baseball at Texas. You know, if a football opportunity come up, if they need a little running back or safety, I'll step up too.
Okay. But your main plug is baseball.
Yeah, my main sport is baseball.
Okay. So well, a lot of kids play multiple sports. When was it clear for you that baseball was a great focus? When was it clear for you?
So when COVID hit, we were kind of just not doing anything. And the only thing I could think about was playing baseball and like getting out there and practicing and stuff and how much I missed it. So I used COVID as like, my little entryway into baseball, like to really start working at it. Because before then, I just saw it as like, another game. Like, I'm just gonna come out here, have fun. But like now, when COVID hit, that's when I started really hitting the races. Then once COVID kind of went by, started getting in the travel circuit, started talking to colleges, started getting better, started getting some national attention. That's when I was like, okay, it's baseball, but I'm not gonna drop the other two sports because I still have love for those sports too. So I kind of use those sports as a gateway to just like get away from all the baseball, because baseball is hard. It's not easy, and sometimes it can be stressful. And I think that playing multiple sports is a good way to just keep your mind fresh and not focus on the same thing. So now I'm going into school playing. I haven't focused on one sport, so that means I probably got more room to grow, that I can focus all year round on baseball, which is another thing people don't take into account. If you're good and you play multiple sports and you're up there with the guys who play this thing year round, I mean, that means you haven't reached your ceiling yet. So.
Right. So you just changed the trajectory right there by being able to, just kind of focus and consolidate. But like you said, you can go down there and get down there in Texas and the right person see like, we might need to get him on the football field. So how would that work? Like, because that's some Bo Jackson type of stuff. How is it possible for you to be able to play baseball and football in college? Can you do that?
So, yeah, a lot of Power 5 schools actually have guys that play baseball and football. So it's not easy. You would have to focus on football in the football season, and then by the time baseball comes around, you have to focus on baseball. So it's a little hard being able to start in both, like, because you got to do that sport, and then you got to transition into that other sport right away.
Compartmentalize.
So yeah. So it's like, it's weird, but, I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, I'll do it.
Right. That's dope, man. So who are some of the influences that really have supported you in your journey for sports or just being able to achieve? So
my parents, the biggest part, especially my mom, my dad, I wouldn't be here without them. My mom does all the scheduling stuff for me, setting up tournaments, setting up showcases, calls, everything. She's on top of me. My dad's a great support, man. And without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. And another person, my coach, Coach Sharp, he was just in here actually, but he's been huge for my development. Me and him and his son, Reggie, we'd always go to the cages and hit whenever we need to. All I got to do is text him, and he'll come and help me out. And then my high school coach, Dan Samini, he was a big part in this too. He's been with me since I was in like the 5th grade, I want to say. and he's believed in me at every step, and he's gonna keep supporting me throughout this journey. But like those people were probably the most influential people in this entire little journey I'm on. That's continuing.
Okay, so with that support, there's been, the concept of the NIL, right? Have you got any energy with that or any approaches for that?
Yeah, so I have I wouldn't say like a huge following on social media, but
it's there though.
Yeah,
I'm saying it's there though.
It's there. So I've had a few NIL things come up, but nothing that I really want to go full head into. So I'm gonna just wait it out, see who comes to me, have my advisor reach out to some people that I want to work with, and then hopefully by the time the season comes around, I'll be getting some playing time, so that'll help too. Since we play on TV every day, every game we play is on Longhorn Network because the school has their own TV network. So it's like their own little ESPN.
So I can catch all the games.
All the games.
That's perfect. That's
a
perfect.
huge part in the NIL because you're on TV and people want their product seen. That's the best way. It's on TV. Showcase it on the field.
Wow. This is incredible because it's like the professional world has just come down into high school and college. Kids are now being able to benefit and help with businesses or what have you. And I know that has to be a great thing. So as far as like influence baseball wise, what baseball player can you think of right off the top of your head and say, yeah, that's my man. It's like professional wise.
Oh, Mookie Betts.
Who?
Easily. Mookie Betts.
Okay.
So just his versatility on the field, I try to base my game the same way. Play any position, anytime, at any place. So his versatility and him being black is huge for my game. I don't try to be like him, but I see what he does and I try to like model myself that way. His personality. Everything he does is the right way. You never see him doing anything wrong. He's bowling, he can dunk a basketball, he can play any sport he wants, and I want to be just like that. I don't want to limit myself to anything. I want to test myself and put myself in places that I'm uncomfortable so I can be comfortable in situations when I need to be.
Yeah. So, and that's key. So it's what I'm gathering is that you have been prepared for it. You even put the people in place. You got mom and not only mom and dad, you actually have other entities or staff or people in place that's really supporting the big picture of Oliver. So can I just know like how many people you got on your staff, bro? 1 and 2. Mom and dad is 1 and 2. Then I heard advisor. Like how many? 4,
I wouldn't call it like a staff. It's like. It's more just like my support, like my family. Sure. Like
I'm just.
No, I know, I get it. But like, these people have helped me through thick and thin. Like even my friends, like without them, there's a it's a puzzle, and there's a bunch of pieces to put it together, and we're slowly putting those pieces together. And I've had people that help me do that along the way, and it's really nice to have people like on your side. And there's gonna be people that have bashed me and knocked me down, but I know the same people who are in that room are also, some of those people are helping me. They're defending me when someone's knocking me down. And I know those are the real ones, and that's the ones I like to keep close to me. And those are the ones who help me get along the way.
You're on your way, bro. I like the fact that to know that we'll be able to catch all of your games, bro. I'm excited about that because, that does mean a lot. And getting into the Texas program like that, how you did, man. What would you say to that kid that's coming up that wants to go to the next level like where you are?
So what I did, I went to like showcases in Florida and tournaments in Georgia and stuff like that. But like it was good, but it wasn't getting me the attention that I wanted. So I had to go out of my way and go to like camps, the physical camps that the school hosts. And I had like a little tour. I went to, and me and my parents, we just drove to all these places. And so I started at Central Michigan. Then I went to Michigan State. And then I went to UNC. And then I went to Notre Dame. And then one more. I can't remember the fifth one, but in that time frame, we visited Southern University. That was my first offer. And then it was January, like right after MLK Day. I just played in the MLK tournament for Perfect Game. And I was like, man, recruiting's going like real slow. Like, I don't know what's going on. And then, you know, one thing after another, I'm like, I always watch Texas play at the College World Series. And I'm like, I always wanted to really be at that place. And so I'm like, let's go to the camp. Like, this is my dream school, really, to play baseball at.
That was already on your mind.
Yeah, it was the dream school. And I was like, you know, I got nothing to lose. I'm going to just go down there and dry down, see what happens.
So this was the best decision?
This was the best decision I ever made in my entire life.
Wow. So you basically saying that for that kid coming up, go for it. Don't sleep on it.
Don't hold back. But, you know, you can go to all that stuff, but you got to be ready. Like, don't go if you're not.
How do they do that? I mean, how much ready can you be? I mean, what does that look like, a simple process of be ready?
So, like, I'm talking like physical wise, like, you know, you got to have the body, you got to have the arm, the ability to hit the ball for power a little bit, you know, hit for average. You got to be ready to play the game at a high level. If your hopes are to play at a Power 5 Division I program, you gotta be ready. You can't go there and, you know, spend some money and think that you're gonna get some out of it just because you're there. You have to put the work in prior to that and get yourself ready to be able to compete with. I mean, everyone in the country wants to play at a school like Texas or Michigan or Notre Dame or UNC.
Texas.
I mean, and it's not easy. You can't just go out there and base off one thing alone. You got to have the 5 tools: hit for power, hit for average, fielding, speed. And, you know, you can't be able to, like, just go out there and have one of those tools. You got to have all 5.
That makes sense. So, well, I ain't gonna hold you long because I know we're here for the expose.
Oh, that's good.
What's the you got any shout outs? I mean, I know actually you did it. You threw off my whole little. I usually do a how I end my interviews. I would say, well, you got any shout outs, but you actually did a great job just communicating and articulating who those main people are in regards to your support and everything. But is there anybody that you can, maybe that you didn't mention, that you can feel like you might want to shout out or what have you in regards to what's going on? Or?
I mean, Coach Diggs and Kurt were a big part of it too. Coach Diggs, Kurt was huge. I mean, you know, just being able to be a part of baseball in the city, he's doing great things with that. Like, I respect him so much. And then Coach Diggs, he was at my high school.
Okay.
And, you know, if something went wrong, you know, he screwed my head on straight because he keeps it real. And that's the best thing you can do.
You need somebody like that.
Yeah.
Somebody that ain't going, you know, look at like the Texas prospect. They looking at Oliver. You know, you need that. You need somebody that can really, and then you have to be receptive to it. So it's great that you are open and receptive to maybe not correction, but just support in the right direction.
And then, like, a couple of my friends, like Reggie, Jaron, Josh, and Torian and Zach, all those guys have really kept my head on straight, you know, keeping me in line. Because, I mean, I used to be friends with people who, you know, they weren't really necessarily in the athletic part of the world. They were kind of just looking to go to college for education and stuff. But once I got around the crowd of athletes, I knew what I needed to do. And it's good to have those guys around you. Because, I mean, Reggie's going to Michigan, Jaron's going to Clemson, Josh is at Campbell for football. Torian could have ran track at Wayne State if he wanted to, but he turned it down and he wants to go to school. But he understands that athletic aspect of things. Zach, too, he's probably going to go play football at St. Thomas University in Miami.
Okay.
So that aspect of having friends around you that understand your grind and won't do anything to get in your way, like not necessarily get in your way, but like to hold you back. they understand. I understand what they go through. Or they understand what I go through, and it's just good to have like friends like that I can trust. That I know won't do me dirty because they know what I got to go through. We all go through the same thing. We all athletes. We all playing at a Division I level now, and that's another. I just want to shout out my friends that have been with me through thick and thin. Like I've known them since I was like in middle school, and we've been friends ever since.
Okay. So my last question is this, and we can go. I shook your hand, bro. Pretty strong. I'm gonna be honest. Like I'm here with the baseball players, but like, how much you bench press, bro? Because that wasn't regular, man. It was almost a little jerkage, man. Well, so honestly, like, so in regards to the workout, like, I guess I'm asking this because, like, in boxing, boxers can't really lift weights like that because it throw off they. Is there a certain type of way that baseball players work out as far as with weightlifting and stuff like that?
So we don't do bench press a lot actually.
Okay.
We do dumbbell bench press because it gets like the stretch in your pectorals. Dumbbell bench press, that's a big thing. Deadlifts, single leg squats, front squats, back squats. A lot of plyometric movements, like side to side, jump movements, explosiveness. Explosiveness is key in baseball, like pitching, throwing, anything.
Yep,
if you can, and rotation, explosiveness and rotation, is like when you throw. A lot of people don't like think about it this way. When you throw, you're rotating horizontally, and when you swing, you're rotating horizontally. And so it's the same thing. Pitchers are actually taught to.
I learned something new today.
In college, pitchers swing bats to get their rotation speed up, so they can rotate. The faster you can rotate, the faster you can whip your arm to throw the ball harder.
Wow, I learned a lot of stuff. You just taught me a lot right there. All right, man. Well, Oliver, man, please keep up the great work, man. I feel like I need to get y'all. I told Coach Reg. I'm like, I need to get y'all autographs because y'all going to the pros for sure. I went and looked up y'all stuff, and y'all really like that. Like, for real.
That's the plan. That's the hopes.
Sure, man. For sure, man. So I'm definitely going to be watching on Texas Longhorn television, man. Seeing the you on your way, bro. You on your way, man. Keep up the great work. Appreciate it. Keep up with the score, man. Keep up with the score, man. And we're gonna do a follow-up, man. You never know. We might end up down there in Texas. I don't know.
Hey, let me know, man. I'll make it happen.
For sure, man. For sure. I know. Look, I know you got the pool. I know you got the plug, man. All right, man.
All right.
Appreciate you again, man.